I think that there is a great argument to be had in choosing to train for strength rather than aesthetics. So most people that get into lifting weights do it for one single reason. You want to look sexy as hell. You want to have some shredded abs, put a bit of size in you, all that kind of good stuff. But in the end, I feel like this is going to let you down. And this is why I think training for strength makes much more sense than training for aesthetics. You see, while being driven to look good can be a great motivator to initially make that leap into living a fitter, healthier, and stronger lifestyle, it ultimately can also be your downfall. As aesthetics goes, it's really about your perception of self, judging your body, looking over every square inch. And while progress initially can be awesome as you see yourself starting to lean out, starting to put on muscle, get a bit bigger, this is a very, very small beginning of your fitness journey. You see, after the first 6 months or so, you're going to have put on a significant amount more muscle than you are going to be able to put on in the next 6 months. The problem with this is it puts your expectation of what you're going to continue to get out of the gym completely out of perspective. So you're watching your eating, you're watching your training volume. You're doing the same thing in and out, and what do you have to compare by? You either look at a scale, which if you're smart at all, you know doesn't mean anything because it fluctuates due to water weight and all that kind of stuff, and you look at yourself in a mirror. It's very subjective. So once this subjective analysis of yourself begins to start happening, you'll find that you place a lot of pressure on yourself to keep getting better. The problem with this subjective, I'm gonna look at myself in the mirror to see whether I'm making progress, is that your perception of your body is very much placed inside your mind. It's known as body dysmorphia. We all suffer it a little bit. You ever miss the gym for 3 days and instantly feel like you're looking small, even though there's no possible way you could be looking small? It's just that. Once this kicks in, it can develop some very nasty habits in your life. The one I see most often in both men and women is a very terrible relationship with food. You start not being able to go out with friends, have social events, all that kind of stuff, because you freak out how it's going to trickle down to this subjective, narcissistic bubble you eventually develop for yourself when only chasing aesthetics. Now don't get me wrong, I want to look good. There's no doubt about that. But this is where training for strength makes much more sense for natural lifters. You see, your training is no longer some sort of spiraling, depressing vortex of body dysmorphia where you're constantly judging yourself. Instead, you step into the gym every time with a goal. You're gonna do more reps, you're gonna do more sets, you're gonna put more damn weight on that bar. So instead of having these subjective goals, you now have tangible goals. You have goals that are achievable, that you can see right there. It's not based on your perception of yourself, it's a number, it's a percentage, it's all that stuff. And then you just have to build on that. Make that number bigger, lift bigger weights, get stronger. You know what the cool thing is? The side effect of that is you will get leaner, you will get more muscular, and you won't be putting that pressure on yourself that then bleeds into your life. I've done the single digit body fat. I've been lean as hell. I've been aesthetic as hell. But all I was left with was an unbalanced life in which it was all about what I ate, when I trained, and nothing in between that. So here's my advice to you. Acquire aesthetics, but do it in a tangible manner. Use strength training. It's goal-based, it's tangible, it's not based on your own view of how you are. It is much healthier for you mentally. You'll live a much more balanced life. I've had plenty of clients that come in wanting to acquire aesthetics, but end up finding that chasing strength is a much more balanced and mentally stable approach to your training life. So, if you haven't started to implement some sort of strength-based training in which your progressions are based on the numbers of your weights, perhaps give it a try. Don't worry, you're not going to become a fat powerlifter by doing it. You're still going to put on muscle, you're still going to get jacked, except you're going to be happy as Larry doing it. This has been Damienlifts. Check out SKWAD apparel. We got our new summer stuff dropping soon, so keep an eye out for that and have a good day.